The number one fear women face in dating and relationships.
Women struggle with feeling secure in their relationships, whether they're dating and just getting to know someone, or they've been in a romantic relationship for a couple of months and they're hoping that it will evolve into something more. Or sometimes, even if you've been in a long-term relationship, you can feel the insecurity. And the biggest insecurity, or the greatest insecurity, that the women I work with face is fear of abandonment. And fear of abandonment can come in so many forms, and it can really surprise us how it appears in our lives. You can have fear of abandonment in its most simple form, which is when your partner leaves the house or goes on a trip or is late calling you or returning from home. You may have a fear that this person, physically, something has happened to them. You're worried that they may get into an accident, that they may die prematurely. This is a fear of abandonment. But more often, women have a fear of abandonment in terms of dating, getting to know someone. Will they like me? Will they continue to like me? Will they call me and keep hanging out with me and getting to know me? If I decide to make love to this person, try something new, or if I say something out of character or I lose my temper, will this person continue to love me, or will they abandon me? And fear of abandonment, often in dating, can take over the entire experience of getting to know someone instead of getting to know someone and feeling and experiencing love and connection and companionship. You may also wonder, will this person continue to love me if I lose my job, or if I get sick, or when I get old? Will I continue to be loved and held and have that connection with this person? So fear of abandonment is something we all face and we all feel at different times in our lives. And especially in our relationships with others, where we are our most raw and open, and we are being vulnerable. And that vulnerability creates fear. And that's really what a fear of abandonment and insecurity is about. It is an actual fear, a fear of separation, of being separate from something or someone you love. And again, so often I run into women who they actually don't even know the man. They aren't that sure of him. They don't know him that well yet, but they're already very attached. And they're not attached to the man. They're attached to the idea of not being abandoned, of finally having someone to love and hold their heart consistently and with care. So I'm going to share some feminine energy tips and tools with you in this video, and also how masculine energy creeps in and wants to control and have an absolute permanent answer to abandonment. And we all know there is no permanent answer to abandonment. You will at some point become separate from everyone you love, slowly over time. And it can be a really sombering thought when you think about it all at once. But fortunately, it usually does not happen all at once. It happens slowly over time. And this is my first stop with feminine energy, is understanding that everything is temporary. All of your relationships are temporary. I am a happily married woman to a wonderful man, but my relationship with him will end one day. It will either end at the same time for both of us, or one of us will go before the other. So when you're able to first start with embracing the impermanence of life and that all of this is temporary, that's really going to be the stage for how you live your feminine energy values and connect with your feminine energy body. It's when we're resisting that belief and that reality that we stay trapped in fear. So that's a big concept for a lot of you to possibly take on at once, but I want you to hang in here with me because I'm going to share some tips that you can use right now today, whether you're feeling insecure dating a man you love, or you're not getting the commitment you desire, or you're feeling that your relationship with your partner is shaky and not on solid ground. We first have to get your stage or your foundation stable. And this is what I call your jumping off point. This is where you're first starting. And so many of us have experienced the wounds of abandonment from childhood early on. In fact, most of our caregivers failed us. Most everyone will tell you a caregiver failed them in some way, and it creates that abandonment wound. So the first place I want you to start is understanding that the attachment to that person can often be very temporary and it's out of your control.